So hey guys, it's been a while. To everyone who's watching out there, good evening guys. I hope you're doing all good. And I welcome you all and thank everyone who journeyed and be with us from our past episodes and still have managed to join us and be with us in this fourth episode of Quaranteens. Just a quick information guys, there was a change of schedule for our show to be every first and third week of the month. To go back, just a short insight from the results of the NBA Finals. Indeed guys, Lakers got the championship and won in Game 6 with a 4-2 standing. It's really due to the factor of their solid lineup, LeBron, AD, and their team really got the advantage in which helped them win. But I really admire the effort of Jimmy Butler and his teammates, the Miami Heat, because they really showed that they are willing to fight and they did not give up to get the championship. But they fall short, but what's important is they really give their heart and their best out. But guys, this fourth episode of our show tonight, I would like to introduce myself, not as a sport enthusiast, but a whole different person. So come, journey with me in this fourth episode and find it out. So hey guys, unlike the previous episodes, I presented myself as an athlete, a sports lover, and etc. But tonight, I want to show to you the different side of me, and in which is being a cook. So guys, how did I get into cooking? So first of all, I really started in cooking when I was like 10 or 11 years old. I was like around in grade 4. It all started with my mom. She was the one who inspired and influenced me in cooking because cooking was also one of her passion. And with him, I'm like a mama's boy, so I'm always his sidekick. I'm always the one who assists her in cooking. And with it guys, time to time, I got to feel the vibe of cooking. Cooking for myself, especially for my family, makes me really happy. So guys, I'm working a type of food who wants to eat beef or meat. So guys, tonight, I'm gonna get rid of my basketball jerseys. Instead, I'm gonna wear an apron. And guys, with these ingredients I have, I'm gonna introduce to you on what dish I'm gonna make. The dish I'm gonna cook tonight is beef caldereta. So guys, what is beef caldereta? Beef caldereta guys is a beef stew and it's a popular dish in the Philippines. So these are its ingredients. We have this chicken liver, tomato sauce, potatoes, carrots. You have this 2 kilos of beef, garlic, onions, green, and red bell peppers, and we also have bay leaves and olives. So guys, how do we cook caldereta? So guys, first we need to add an oil. I usually use olive oil guys because it's more healthy. And after we add the oil, we wait for the pan to heat up and we add garlic. We wait for the garlic guys to make it light brown. And after it's light brown guys, we need to add its onion. And wait for the onion to clear. And there's an ambience guys where you can smell the onion and garlic. So as you can see here guys, the garlic's already light brown, our onions have turned into clear or white. After it, we need to add our beef and saute it all together. So after we place the beef guys, we need to add salt and pepper. It depends on your taste guys, on how many are you gonna put. But me, I'm the person who really loves pepper, so I'm really gonna put a lot. So that's it guys, and after we mix it all together again. So guys, after the beef changes color to brown guys, or after for a while we added the salt and pepper and mix it all together, we can add up some seasonings guys. We can add beef cubes, also add this bay leaves guys. After guys, we mix it, and you can simmer it for around like 10 to 15 minutes. So guys, while this beef is on simmer, I have already boiled a chicken liver because guys, one of the most important, or for me, based from my experience, one of the secret ingredients to have a delicious caldereta is that this boiled chicken liver, we need to mix it with tomato sauce and use a blender to melt it all together. So guys, after blending the chicken liver and tomato sauce with the simmered beef, I have to pour this here and mix it all together. So guys, I've already mixed it all together with the chicken liver blended with tomato sauce here. So after it guys, we do tenderize the beef. If we use this method to tenderize the beef, it would take an hour or more for us. There's another method for it guys, in which I'm going to use a pressure cooker. I'm going to transfer this beef or mixture here into here. And it only takes for me to tenderize the beef around to 25 to 30 minutes guys. So guys, I've already transferred my beef already to the pressure cooker. I just need to add some water into it so that it would be enough for it to be tender, and some pineapple juice. So after I pour the pineapple juice and water guys, all I have to do is to cover this up and wait for around 15 to 30 minutes for the beef to get tender. So guys, while this beef of mine is in the pressure cooker for it to be tender, so as not to spoil my caldereta easily guys, I'm going to fry my carrots and also my potatoes. So guys, the beef now is already tender guys after 25 to 30 minutes. Let's check it out guys. So our beef's here guys. It's already tender. After it guys, we need to add these ingredients we have there. We have this bell pepper, cheese, olives, and the fried potatoes and carrots. We need to add cheese guys to make it more tastier and more delicious. So guys, the beef is already tender and I'm bound to my last step guys. I just need to add these ingredients. Add this carrots, potatoes. Did you know guys that basketball and cooking is somewhat related? Because in basketball guys, you need a ton of practices, trainings, and experience for you to get better on games. Just like in cooking guys, you need to have that skill or talent of taste so that when you blend all the ingredients together, you can have a delicious food. Also that guys, in cooking, it also needs a lot of practices and experience. So guys, it's already done. I'm about to plate it. So hey guys, I'm done with my plating. So this is my final dish for my recipe of the beef caldereta. And guys, we can't end it out without trying it. So let's try it out guys. The beef is really tender guys. So good. To end this short cooking show of mine guys, I know that there are a lot of recipes and different styles in cooking beef caldereta. But what I'm sharing to you guys is that it just happens that is where the one I grew up with and eating with. To all the viewers and teens out there, I have a message for you guys. You should not let yourself be boxed on one particular role. Learn to try new things out and explore different things as young as you are right now. Do not remain stagnant and surely it can give a big impact to your life. I hope guys this could be an inspiration to all the viewers and teens out there. Thank you guys.
I'm a bit busy today because there's nothing better to do in a weekend than to water the plants. So just stay tuned because I'll be right back and I'll share with you some tips about plants. So hi there teens, so welcome back into this another episode of the Quarantine, wherein you can never lock down a teen's mind. So as you can see that with my background and everything, that I am also a plant sissy. So I have been starting taking care of a lot of plants, especially nowadays, wherein it helps me relax that much. And then my mother and also my grandmothers as well share the same kind of hobby. So they have been taking care of plants since the beginning of time. And then I think that it is somehow passed to me. And it is such a great honor to be able to take care of plants when you see how they grow, when they started out as a seed, and then months later on, you see them as somehow so big. So it is so nice to be able to take care of plants because they somehow are also a living being. So it is so nice to take care of them. I know a lot can share that same amount of excitement when you see those little babies when they grow up. I mean, it's so amazing, right? That you get to water them and then place them in the perfect spot where there's enough sunlight for them. And then later on, you get to see them grow so big. So that is so nice, and which makes me feel so happy taking care of plants. And just by looking at them, somehow it relaxes me, especially now that I am studying and this somehow online classes is somehow stressful and a bit challenging. So plants are my outlet. So as time passes by, we now have a lot of plants, as you can see in the back. So it is so nice, and I think the whole family has the same hobby into collecting different kinds of plants. Whether they have variegated leaves, they belong to the alocasia, philodendrons, monstera, and a lot of plants, even the calathea. And then I brought also a cactus because my sister and I love to collect cactus and succulents as well. And they are quite different because they only need to be watered at least once a week. So can you see, they look so beautiful and they really are like a human being, and I really love talking to them. And every morning, and when you say those simple things like good morning, you're so beautiful, and I hope you will grow more, that is really so nice because it will affect the plant. And I think a lot of people also see some movies and also some testimonies that when you talk to a plant, they really will grow so beautiful. So as a fellow plant sissy or whatever, I know a lot of people out there are interested in taking care of plants. So now I'm gonna show to you some tips on how to take care of plants. So my number one tip is always know the needs of your plants. So as what I mentioned a while ago, for cactuses and succulents, they only need to be watered at least once a week. So that is why you need to know their needs, because eventually they'll die. Because we cannot hear them talking like, oh my gosh, I need some more water, I need some more sunlight. They do not know that. That is why it is important for us to really know our plant, know its needs and how much water does it need. Does it need sunlight for 24 hours? That is really so important because after all, we all want our plant to grow and be more beautiful than it already is. So this is so important to always know the needs of your plants. So my second tip is always choose the right pot for your plants. So as what I have experienced as I am taking care of my cactuses, I've noticed that it has been so long and then they are not growing. So when I replace them to another pot, I then further realize that they needed a big one. So that is why it is so important when you take care of your plants, you also know what kind of pot it needs, because it is so important to let them breathe. And then if they need a bigger space, you will then provide a bigger space, because I think pots are not just there in order to beautify the plant but also have it its own home, and we all want a home that is perfect, right? So that is why it is also nice to also connect with the plant in terms of its home. So if it needs a big one, then provide a big one, and then if it's those small ones, then you can have the small one. And my third and last tip is treat your plants as if they are real people. So as what I have mentioned a while ago, that it is so important when you take care of a plant as if it's your family member, as if it's your friend, because they are living persons too, and it is so nice when they receive those words of acknowledgement or like something You're so beautiful. I hope you will grow more. Things like that because it will affect the plant greatly. It will grow much more nicer. It will grow much more bigger. That is why treat those plants as if they are real people because they provide us with a fresh air and it is so important for us humans to have those fresh air. So it is so nice to give back to the plants too in taking care of them and providing their needs. So number one is know the needs of the plant. Second is know which pot fits best for them. And then the third is treat them as if they are real people. So plants has been giving me that feeling of easiness when I am surrounded by them because plants really do make me happy and I know a lot of people can relate with that. That is why we must also take care of them nicely and then provide the things that we could provide to them to make them more beautiful and then to make them live as if they're human beings. Because as I am in this quarantine time and it is so tiring, right, to be stuck in our homes, but taking care of plants give us an outlet for us to be happy and the things that we're doing when we're happy, like taking care of a plant, eventually helps us too with providing us with a fresh air. So through these little gestures of even taking care of these small beings and then the huge ones at the back. So even though it seems so little, but then it creates a big impact and it's somehow part of my advocacy in life to be able to give back to the environment because as we all know it, there's no other place you can live in, right? So even though that it is somehow kind of stressful when you don't know that does it need more water or does it need more sunlight, but then eventually when you see it grow, it is so fulfilling. And me as a person seeing them grow, it is so nice to be able to have that capacity to let a plant live. So I'm encouraging all of the teens out there to help in preserving the environment. And then in order to help, we could do these little gestures of taking care of plants. So we all might have different advocacies in life, we all have different dreams and different visions, but we all want the same thing, to be able to live in an environment where it is clean. So doing this, like taking care of plants, watering them, and then providing their needs, little by little, we are creating a big impact, which is great for the environment. So I hope you got something from what I'm saying, like the tips about the plants and their knowing their needs, the kind of pot they need, and also treating them as a human being. So I hope you're inspired by me, and then as you can see, I am so happy with this plant, and I hope the plants to give you that same amount of happiness, or if not, they lighten up your mood. Thank you so much, and this is Francine Gamboa.
So hey guys, to all the teens and viewers out there, good evening guys. I hope guys that from our videos out there, you have really learned so much from us in where we showcase the different sides of us, our different talents. Like for me, aside from basketball, I learned how to cook at a young age. And for Francine being a plant CC. And guys, I hope that it could be an inspiration to all the teens, youths, or viewers out there that aside from this different, like for me, basketball, for Francine, modeling, that you get to try different things out. So, hi, Francine.
Hi, Josh. Hi to all the viewers out there. Thank you so much for providing the time to be with us tonight. I hope you're all doing fine and been done your cooking, but then oh my gosh, your food looks so amazing. I want to eat it. Your beef caldereta looks
Thank you.
so much amazing. So I want to ask, why did you choose beef caldereta out of all of the foods that you could cook?
Well, for me, since I was young, my mom really loves to cook, and in time, I get to try the taste of beef. And in which, as I grew up, for me, eating meat, eating beef really is like one of my favorites. And that's why I've decided that beef caldereta is also one of the dishes I'm gonna showcase too. And also, I've been growing up cooking beef caldereta. So for me, one of my also specialties is also beef caldereta. So that's why that's the dish I also picked.
Wow,
And
that
for
is
yours,
so
Francine,
nice.
yeah,
I only know how to cook breakfast food, so it's so nice for you to know those.
yeah. And also, I really encourage all the teens out there and viewers that, guys, in this pandemic or in this time, you better try things out, new things out, especially like cooking, planting. And Francine, I really want to know, like, how did you get into planting? Or like, is it your passion before already? Or like, what attracted you or a sign that you get into planting? I really want to know.
Actually, I am a fan of plants. It is so nice when you get to see a lot of different kinds of plants, the ones that are variegated or not. But then further realize that it doesn't take to be a green thumb in order for you to know how to live a plant. So that is why during the quarantine seasons, I have been into plants because I am in our house most of the time because of the lockdown and everything. So that is why 4 months I am now into plants, and actually I have a lot of collections, especially in the cactus and succulents. And I believe you have too, right? You have a lot of plants in your house.
Yeah, but not that much. Also, that you've mentioned in your advocacy that you're into the environment or like into plants and to give back to the environment. Can you share to us a bit more about your advocacy?
So, all in all, my advocacy encompasses a lot of dreams and visions that I have in life. And I just want to emphasize that planting is somewhat part of my advocacy because planting really gives back to the environment in which I want to make a great impact in. So, to all of the teens right now, Josh and I are into cooking and planting. And actually, you know what? There are a lot of things that the teens are in now. So, we have plans to introduce to us some things that the teens are interested nowadays. So there's are the trends in online gaming.
Hello guys,
Find it out,
so I'm
guys.
Gentleman Scala and I'm here to tell you a lot of things about online games. Have you heard about the game Ross? See, way back 2018, I really like to play this game because of its uniqueness and thrilling vibe. This game is free to play, multiplayer, and I find it really fun because of the thrilling vibe tense. The second game that I like to play is Dota. I know a lot of you already heard and played this game too. And I know most of us teenagers share the same interest when it comes to online games. This game is a video game in which two of five players compete to collectively destroy a large structure defended by opposing team known as Ancient. Lastly is the famous Mobile Legend game. This is the number one game for me because it's not just an interesting game, but the uniqueness of its graphic is so attractive and entertaining. And my friends and I love this game, especially today that we're facing a huge problem which is the COVID-19. So our only way to hang out for now is the game. And it also helped us to remain the bond that we shared before this pandemic started. The best part of it is I am able to meet new people around the world and make friends. But still, we have to balance our time and prioritize the things that we need to do, especially schoolworks and other responsibilities at home.
So that was so cool. We learned a lot of trending online games right now. So Josh, are you into those online gamings or are you too busy with your studies?
No, I can really relate with Hans because his top one, he mentioned Mobile Legends. Well,
I think a lot are
well, for
into
me,
mobile
aside from
gaming.
yeah, yeah. Well, for me, playing mobile games is also one of my like, shall we call it pastime or like chill time, because with it I can relax myself, and with it I can play with my teammates, and it makes me really happy, like from all the stress from school, sports, and playing Mobile Legends can really help me out.
Yeah,
How
I
about
think
yours? Do you play some games?
a lot of teens can relate to that with playing in their pastimes. And you know what? The latest game that I've learned is the Command and Conquer Generals. Are you familiar with that?
Mm-mm.
If you are not,
I'm not
actually,
really
it's
familiar.
on online gaming. So my brother taught me, and now I know how to play some during my pastimes too.
So yeah, also Hans has also mentioned that aside from these games, you also need to know how to prioritize our time wisely, the things we need to do, because you all know study should be our priorities, and with that, sports and other activities come second. So guys, did you know that aside from this different interests of ours, is one of our thinking's host also that has been part of our agency. He has also hosted the Sip and Chills. There's now one, how I call him, Gab Yabut, one of the member of the Kapuso or the GMA Artist Center. And guys, Gab Yabut will be joining us tonight, so please help me welcome him.
Hello, 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 to everyone watching. I
Hi,
hope.
Gab.
Hello,
Hey
hello.
guys,
Hello.
what would you like to say to all your fans out there? I mean, the comment is now on fire. So
Yeah. First of all, I
Gab
wanna say
Nation,
hello.
man.
Yeah. First of all, I wanna say hello to everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful night. Special shout out to Gab Nation, Gab Wonders, and Gab Warriors. Salamat sa pag-suporta. See you guys soon.
wow, that is so
So,
amazing that within a short period of time you are now having a lot of fans. And what does it feel like having a lot of fans?
It's very surreal. It's a very surreal moment. It's like, yeah, I'm just super happy with how things are going at the moment. So I'm very thankful for my fans as well.
yeah, that's really nice. Oh, how about you, Francine? It also was mentioned in the comments about your fan group. How do you feel also about having those fans out there? You have a comment or like a shout out to them also?
They're actually they're my squad, so they're my friends. So thank you so much for the support. And actually, it's so overwhelming, right, Gab, when you know that
Yeah,
a lot
true.
of people are supporting you. And
Mhm.
now that you are an official Kapuso member, what do you think are the preparations for you to be able to be one? So, how far have you gone? So, what are the challenges that you have experienced?
For sure, the number one challenge I experience is waiting, because sometimes we can be a bit impatient. So that's a number one challenge for all of us. And then the second challenge is honing our skills, practicing to be better at singing, acting, and dancing. And yeah, and the third experience I had difficulties on is trusting yourself, believing yourself. If you don't believe yourself, then you won't go anywhere, because you have to believe in yourself and know your worth.
Yeah, I totally agree with a lot of what you're saying. So, how about you, Josh? Do you have any plans in joining the GMA artists or what?
Let's go, Josh.
Oh, for me, I just want to focus first in my studies and basketball because even now I'm really having a hard time managing it already. So to all the teens and viewers out there, I hope you've learned from Gab, guys, that being patient is really important. And also, I can somewhat how relate because with me being a student athlete, also faces some challenges out there. And what's important, guys, is that we just need to know how to prioritize the things wisely and just never give up on it.
Yeah, I really love how Josh is so passionate with his basketball stuff and also with his studies. And Gab, I just want to ask, what kind of calling did you receive that, oh my gosh, I'm going to be an artist? Or how passionate are you? Or where did your passion came from?
uh, Siguro, probably because at first it wasn't my intention to uh, join the industry, the showbiz industry. I was scouted through Facebook. Uh,
Oh,
the manager of CMG. he messaged me if I
Oh.
wanna try the showbiz industry. So I was like open minded. So I was like sure, and then we're here. Super
Yeah,
thankful for the journey
Oh,
though.
yeah, it's really
so
nice
Gab,
that.
I'm really curious. Like, how's the feeling of achieving that right now? Like, before it wasn't up into your mind that being the showbiz industry right now. Like, how's the feeling? I really want to know.
It feels very exciting, honestly. Because as I said, I didn't have any intentions of joining the industry, and it just came into my life, I guess. So I'm very thankful for that, for for giving me the blessings.
Yeah, that is so amazing that when you have an opportunity and then you simply took it, you grabbed it. And I hope
Mm,
it will be an
Mhm.
inspiration to all
It's
of the
true.
teens out there that when you are provided with the opportunity, actually there is no one stopping you from grabbing that. And when the
yeah.
opportunity does not come, why not make a way for it to come, right?
Hmm. Hmm. Sure.
True, true. Also, that Francine, also I want to ask you: is there any circumstance or experience that you experienced that something really came into your life that is unexpected and which came out good or really successful right now?
I think my major answer to that would be the pageantry life because I have mentioned in the previous episodes that I did not expect it to be in this kind of life because I was just into modeling and I thought it would stop. But then now I
Oh
have
yeah,
been given the opportunity to be crowned as the Miss Teen
that's really
Fire, which is
nice.
really amazing, right? And Gab, how about you? Now that you are officially a Kapuso family member. And then I just
Wow,
want to
Gab.
ask, what are the plans that you have right now? I mean, what's the next step for Gabiabot? I think
Um.
fans
Mhm.
want to know that too.
So far, uh, I'm like honing my skills, attending workshops, acting workshops, singing workshops, and then so hopefully by when the time comes, when I'm ready, when the director thinks I'm ready, hopefully I could like uh, uh, showcase what I learned from the workshops.
That's
Mm,
really nice.
that's so nice to know. And then I think Josh and I would like some tips or ideas like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
how how do you know that this is for you? And then what are the tips that you can give to all the people out there that when you have something, how will you be able to keep the passion driven, right? Like keep the fire burning.
Mhm.
Like how do you do that? Like you mentioned a while ago that waiting is one of the problems that you have experienced. So how did you keep on the fire burning?
Um, whenever I feel down, I always remind myself why I'm doing this in the first place. Like we have to go back to memory lane. We have to go back to the day one. Uh, so that keeps like the fire burning for me to become a better
Yeah,
actor or become a better singer. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
Josh,
So
keep
to
the
sum
fire
it back,
burning, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's like to sum it up to the teens and viewers out there. Like when you feel down, just like look back on your goals, guys. Look back on it and remember where you started,
Yeah.
and that will keep you going.
Exactly. Hmm.
Yeah,
True.
like how Josh has been keep on going right now. And
Yeah, yeah.
how about you, Josh? What can you say? I'm like, are you would you like to be a person who is like Josh, like keeping on the fire burning, or when you experience some downfalls, you just want to give up?
Well, for me, I really have experienced a lot of challenges already. And for me, those challenges and trials, like I take it as an inspiration to strive harder because I know challenges, these struggles are really normal. Because as we know, there's no success with no failure, right?
Yeah,
So with our failures, mistakes, it is there we really learn. And for me, these are really part. This shall pass. What's important is that I really tried and I did my best on it.
yes, that is so true. So Gab, what did you feel when you saw the post like Gab Yabot, an official GMA artist or something?
Um,
What was your first
Certified Kapuso.
very happy. I just like all the 2 years or the 3 years. I don't know. It just came back like the memories came back to me. Like what my family and I had to go through to reach this point, and it's just very uh heartwarming. As yeah, heartwarming.
Also, Gab, I also want to know, like, can you share to us or to the teens and viewers out there, like, when was your first experience that you got into showbiz? and how's the feeling of it?
Um, the first feeling I got into showbiz was super excited, but then when I got a job, my first job ever in the industry, it was super nerve wracking and it was hectic because it my first scene, it was like a super scene, it was like a super easy scene. I just had to smile at the camera, but the director didn't like it, so it took us
Yeah,
47 takes, which is ridiculous for that type of scene.
that's
But
okay.
yeah, we learned from our mistakes, and yeah, I just want to keep pushing myself to the
Yeah, yeah.
to
At least
my
you
best
tried.
potential. Yeah.
Yeah, that is so amazing that you went through a lot of challenges, and seeing you now that you're so happy with what you got, that is really so inspiring. So, what can you
Wow,
say
man.
to the teens out there who someday want to be like you, like to be a GMA artist or an artist as a fact? So, what can you say to them, or what advice could you give to them? Maybe Josh would like some.
Josh, see you in a couple of years, I guess.
No. Oh no, no.
um,
Not now.
for sure, number one tip I can give out is you have to work hard and you have to believe in yourself hard, because if you're missing out those, then you won't make it on whatever in life.
True.
And second is once you have to be humble. You have to be humble. Once God blesses you with His blessing, you have to go get down to your knees and thank Him for it, because none of this would be
Mm,
possible without Him. And the third
right.
is um, just enjoy, because if you don't enjoy, then you won't. It's gonna be hectic for you, like the process, the whole process. You
Mm,
might enjoy. You might People might think that you're enjoying, but you're inside, you're not. So it's very emotionally tiring.
So
yeah.
I
So
think
shall we call
yeah,
it
for
passion?
Hmm.
yeah,
Like passion
and
towards the thing you do.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, a lot of artists I think can relate to that. That when you are working very hard and then you gain an achievement, it is really important for you to stay humble, right? I think
true.
it's one of the qualities for you to let your fans stay loyal when they know that your
Mm.
character is really someone who they can look up to. And I believe that you are that man, Josh and Gab.
I hope. I hopefully.
Yeah.
So how
So
about you, Francine? Okay, your turn. Your turn.
uh, I just want to ask Gab, what are you doing nowadays with all the lockdown and everything? Um, what are you doing nowadays?
Um, ever since I got into GMA, we every Wednesday and Friday we have acting workshops, and we have every week we have to submit a acting video, which I haven't done yet. So I have to do it pretty soon, and every day I have to spare at least 1 hour to talk to my fans.
Mm,
That's really nice, though.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because in that industry or showbiz industry also, you get to experience or like get to involve with new people, experience new things around, and that's really a huge opportunity.
yeah. That
Mhm.
even though you're now a gym artist, you are still continuing your trainings during Wednesday and Fridays, right? It is
Mhm.
so nice that you're still developing yourself, even though you're a member
Mm.
already.
Yeah.
So
So
like, how
Josh,
about you,
what would you
Francine?
like to ask?
Sige. uh, was it again like it's really from way back then? Have you experienced also? Shall we call it? Like no, I just want to ask now that in this time of pandemic, also like we have this different aspects of life, like yours planting, mine
Yeah.
is cooking. Like, do you have a message to all these teens out there, like to help them inspired, to make them more inspired? That in this time, what should we do?
Well, I really think that the best advice I could give to all the teens out there that they should not see this lockdown period as something as negative, but as a opportunity for them to grow more, for them to know themselves more. Because I really believe that when you know yourself more, you will be able to improve. You will know your mistakes. Where do you lack? And I think that is really important that for teens they are in the developing stage. We are in the developing stage. And for us to know ourselves more and what we need to develop, it is really important. So I think that is the best time nowadays that we get to focus on
True.
ourselves. And I think both of you can relate with that, right? That
Yeah.
Yes,
these
yes, yes,
times we
yes.
have been more focused on ourselves besides studies. Like also we are more surrounded with our families, with staying at our homes, and it is really nice for us. And it is important for us to view this lockdown period as something as positive to save ourselves from all the anxiety and depression, right?
Mm.
And how about
I also wanna know, oh yeah. I also wanna go know Gab like that now you're into showbiz industry, like so you have studies, diba? So like how do you manage your
Yeah.
time or how do you prioritize the things you need to do wisely?
yeah, I
Um,
really want to know.
Honestly, I haven't been keeping up with my studies like before because of like the business with the with the showbiz industry. But I'm very grateful to have my classmates supporting me like since day one. Like they would give considerations, especially if it's like a group project. But
Yes.
I know that we should not like I should not like use the showbiz industry as an excuse. So that's what I'm currently working on, like
Mm,
my time management skills.
And it is so nice that you're still learning to
that's so
balance
nice.
everything. That I think some would prefer to stop their education and then continue their career, but then you chose the other side, which is to still continue, which is really important as a
True,
teen,
true.
to continue your studies.
Mm, yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, I just want to sum it up that this is all for our episode. I really hope you learned a lot from us because guys, this quarantine or this young age of ours, don't really hesitate to try new things out. You don't know, guys. There are a lot of unexpected things that will come to you. What's important, guys, is that you really don't give up on it and try your best on every aspect you do in life. So before we end it, do you have any message, Gab, to all the viewers out there, to all your fans out there?
Yeah, and
Um,
also promote your social media accounts.
all right, all right.
Yes, Gab.
Yeah, thank you once again for having me. It was an amazing experience to be talking to you guys, and I hope more comes.
Yeah.
And yeah, um, to my fans out there, to Gab Nation, Gab Wanderers, Gab Warriors, I thank you for the support, for the comments. I can see all your comments. Don't worry, even though I'm not like liking it, I can still see it. Thank you for your support. And you can also follow me on Instagram, by the way. That's gab.yabut. On Facebook, official Gab Yabut. On Twitter, Gab Yabut underscore. And on YouTube, Gab Yabut. That's all.
Yes, guys, I hope you got that. And then follow Gab because I really see him as a person who can inspire. I think both Josh and I learned a lot
Yes.
from him, right, Josh?
Yes, Francine. And guys, lastly, I want to thank everyone, to all the viewers and teens out there who journey with us in this fourth episode of ours. Don't worry, guys. There's really more to come. Just stay tuned in our episode, guys. Once again, I'm Josh.
And I just want to say thank you so much, Gab Yabot, for having the time. And I'm Francine Gamboa. And we
Thanks, Gab.
are
The
the
quarantines.
Quaranteens.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Good
you.
night.